Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM21. It's Perfect Manager. We're on episode number 5. Approaching late season. There's just 7 matches to play, including this one, and we are on the road at the third place side, Bodmin. We have returned to the top of the league. Oh, Holmes, what was that? That just skipped off his shoulder to go in. Oh, God, that guy just nailed it. Ooh, that was right through the hands. Actually, that's even worse than going off the shoulder. The shoulder at least has nothing to actually stop the ball. 2 hands are very capable of stopping the ball, especially something that had no power on it. That was the worst bit of keeping we've seen from our keeper since joining the squad. Well, anyway, we trail 1-0 very early on in this one, and we've got our work cut out for us, especially here on the road. Holmes steps up aggressively, and that was a little bit better from what we've seen of him so far in this game. Maybe a chance to regain his composure. Coppin's going to step up to take this one after earning the penalty. I didn't see much there, but it's 1-1. 20th goal of the season for Coppin. I'm not sure how that was a foul, though. Coppin certainly laid out pretty hardcore, and the ball only moved a little, so maybe they did get most of the man. It's always going to be about 3D animations in this game, whether there's actually a foul or not. It's not always evident. Anyway, just a single shot attempt, and that was from the penalty spot, and it gave us a lot of XG, enough so that it's 1-1, and we seem to have the edge. Well, the real areas where you can see the edge. Possession, 65% so far. Corner kick cleared. Parsons, ooh, he is a wounded warrior at the moment, but he's got a chance to make it too, and he does! Brandon Parsons' 5th goal of the season. He has not scored much because when the assistant manager takes over the team, completely swaps players around, and Parsons is almost always the one who misses out under those formations. Assistant manager formations, and I believe it's Kazeni who is generally scooted up from the attacking mid spot into that striker position. Holmes, wow, that was nice. He didn't just palm that away, but he was able to hang on to that one. That had power, that had bend, that was an incredible long-range dive. Yeah, figures. Can't make the easy save, but he can make the difficult one. Well, here we go. White with the ball, Reed on the overlap. Kazeni, there's Ward. Ward beats his man? Maybe not. Got through it the first time. Couldn't get through it a second time. White, ooh, cuts inside, cuts outside, gets a shot off, gets the corner kick. Almost halftime. We lead 2-1. We're at a point now with 7 matches to play. It's not over, because even once this one's done with 6 matches to play, there's still plenty of time. Mathematically, it's far from over. That was not a corner. That was a deep throw. Parsons, ooh, wow. Chenoweth flew. Did you see that? The guy just went 20 million miles per hour to go from near post to far post. He wasn't quite on near post, but he was definitely not at the midpoint of the goal. And yeah, wow. I have not seen a player go quite that fast in this game before. He did there. All right, we'll go for the pat on the back. Second half underway. Parsons may want to swap Parsons out, even though he's playing well. He's also got that little bit of extra fatigue. And let's see, what can we do? We have William Head. Head coming on. All right, 6-6 on the shots. XG in our favor. The possession not as strongly in our favor as it was. 56% now. 82% still on the pass completion. We still have that clear edge. Neither team has a yellow card yet. Even with that penalty, there was no yellow there. Oh, Kazeni misses that one. There's a chance. No, blocked. Ward clears it, but it doesn't reach Head. Reed, nice header back to the keeper, who dangerously just sends it right into the path of a defender who's got a guy on him. Instead of picking up the damn ball, it was headed to him. Ooh, nice one there, but Head goes for the sport pass. Here's White. A little back and forth, and then White gets a chance. Kicks it straight to the keeper. 78th minute. We'll wait till the end of this to talk mathematically about where we're at, but this could be a really good result if we are able to pull this thing off. Time wasting. 86th minute. I didn't quite get out of there. Holmes makes a stop this time. Time's up. Time's up. No whistle yet, though. Another chance. Townsend again. He has it straight at Holmes. We got lucky there because that easily could have finished with a draw. 9-9 on the shots in the end. XG certainly did favor us, but almost all of that came from that penalty spot. Fouls, 15-13. Neither team ever saw a yellow. Pass completion, possession held through the second half. And you can see how we steadily just kind of kept ourselves in place. They had 2 real chances late in that game, or just before halftime, just before the end. And that was about it. Here's why that match was so important to us. Bodmin sitting third place. They are still third place. Launceston dropped back after we beat them, and now Bodmin have also dropped back after beating them. 9 points adrift of us with 6 to play. Mathematically, it's not over. However, we can now count Bodmin out after that victory, as well as Launceston, who we already removed from the equation a few matches back. Liskeard, still gotta watch out for them though. Goal differentials tight. The points are tight. It's a 4-point advantage. It's a good advantage, but it's not enough. They just crushed Godolphin 5-0. That really helped pull that goal differential back because we'd gone quite clear of that. I mean, we were plus 32. They were plus 21. We had a plus 11 advantage in that. Suddenly, that's in striking distance if they can win out, and if we stumble, one loss, and it's a 1 point. It's a 1 point advantage. So we've really got to watch out, be careful here in these final 6 matches. We'll take a look at the schedule and see who we have. But Parsons, okay, bruised ankle. He's fine. Here's what remains on the calendar. Helston, 6th place, and on the road. Not going to be an easy matchup. 10th place at home, not too bad. 18th, it's on the road, but should be okay. No relegation fears for St. Austell. Alberton Villa, 5th place at home. Not easy, but it is at least at home. Wadebridge should not be too much trouble. Porthleven, not bad. So we've got a couple matches left to watch out for. The other 4 should be fairly doable. We have 3 home, 3 away. I like our chances. Go ahead and push forward a little bit and see where we stand. About a week ago, we had the club's first ever youth intake. And in terms of potential, most of the players can compete within the squad that we have now. But of course, that actually doesn't mean anything because the squad we have now is, well, utter garbage compared to where it'll be really realistically the moment we even go to semi-pro, which I'm assuming is going to happen at the start of next season. If the club doesn't do it manually, I'm going to push to make that happen. So these guys having low ability and potential that's really not necessarily that great really doesn't necessarily say a lot. So we're not going to totally fill out the squad or anything. We will go for these top 6 players and bring them in. We'll take a look at Mohammed Mason here, left winger, who again, card ability, he's determined, teamwork, some natural fitness, acceleration, balance. That's about it. So quite weak, quite weak for the Gibraltarian. I didn't know that's what you call somebody from Gibraltar. All right. Well, I'm surprised we have somebody all the way from Gibraltar who's made it onto our squad, but there you go. Like I said, we'll sign those top 6 guys just to get the first little bit of a youth squad going. There's actually already 3 players on the squad. Kurt Kirby, Alfie Williams, and Graham Hayden, players that we brought in this season to be part of the first team squad, and then they were in that first wave. We then got better players, and that first wave got sent to to the Shadow Realm. They got put on the back foot, and these 3 happen to be of age to be in the U18 squad, so I just threw them in there. So we're not paying those guys anything. We'll add those 6, and as an amateur squad, we should be signing all of those for free anyway. So, yeah, that'll work. That'll give us a handful of actual players in our U18s to have somebody to grow and develop, and that'll be nice. Of course, we don't have training facilities. We don't have much in terms of coaching. It's going to be a process. Now, in terms of the league, we're down to 4 matches left to play, so we've gone forward 2 matches, and we did take a loss. What was it? Helston on the road lost 2-1. So that 6th place side, they did come up with the victory on that one, but then we got a victory in the other, and Lisgard had a draw or 2 draws, something along those lines, because we're at now 3 points ahead, which is that danger zone, because with that goal differential relatively close, big win for them and a loss for us, bam, just like that, it could flip the tables. So really, really close. We only have 1 difficult match in these last 4. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that much. Our team's not that great. So 21, 4 draws, 5 losses, 2 of those losses right away at the start of the season before we really had a squad together. So 21, 4-3 since the early days. Actually 20, 4-3 since the early days where we first got a squad together. So that, yes, suggests a little bit better, but there's certainly no guarantees. Almost all of our losses have been on the road, other than that early day stuff. No, actually. It's been Wadebridge is actually the only team that's outside of the upper end of the standings that we've lost to. So really, we've only been challenged by the top teams. That's a good sign, because again, there's only 1 of those left on the schedule. But if Lisgard, if they win through, if they win out their last 4 and we lose that 1 difficult match or stumble anywhere else along the way, we could be in trouble. Final 3 matches of the season, and the final possibly difficult one that's going to be on the slate. This was the 5th place side for a long time. They've lost 3 straight matches. Elberton or whatever it is. Whatever they are anyway. White bangs that off the post. Apparently it was offside. I thought he timed it right, but apparently went just a hair too early. We did look to be dominating early play, at least for the first 10-15 minutes. Elberton Villa. There you go. Elberton Villa have slipped to 7th place after 3 straight losses, so they are cracking under the pressure of the late season, and as a home match and a pretty good crowd on hand, considering we had no fans at the start of the season whatsoever. Reed here with the overlap finds White on the give and go right between the 2 defenders. It's an excellent pass from Reed. White should have done better, but there's our opener. It's Kazeni, 24th goal of the season for him. Absolutely dominating performance. We're getting a lot of free kicks in dangerous areas this season, as we have some good skill players in that center of mid. Kazeni included in that create a lot of opportunities for us, and our defense just about gets the job done. And when they can't, Holmes cleans up the mess more often than not. That was well offside. Not even close. That guy was close to 10 yards offside. Easy call there. And that might have been more than 10 yards, or just about 10 yards. I'd say that's about 8. Still 1-0. They have not had a shot yet. That one obviously not counting 10-5 on the fouls, yet we have the only yellow card. It's Davis who has that one. Got to be careful. He is a ball-winning midfielder, so he is meant to be aggressive in trying to get that ball back for us. And so we got to be careful on that one as he clears that one away successfully. No foul. Here's Hancock. So one thing we got to watch out for here in this late season, obviously today is a big test. If we come away with the win, we're going to be in great shape. Our lead is at 3 points. In our last 11 matches, we have won 10 of them. Just that single loss to Helston, who was 6th at the time. I think they've replaced Elberton as the 5th place team now in the league. 8-1 on the shot, so still looking really good. But only 1 goal, so this is far from over. Into the second half. Now, what we have going on, right? 3 matches to go, 3-point lead, taking care of business here. You figure the last 2 matches should go well for us. Should. No guarantees, right? Certainly no guarantees. But one extra thing we have to worry about here late in the season is you got to remember, we are an amateur club. Parsons! There's 2. Great pass to find the man in space. Parsons draws the attention here on this one. Coppin draws the attention. The center back comes over to him, and then Parsons, we just played in behind. Parsons, good finish, right inside. I think he might have tapped the inside of the post there, just barely. It was definitely heading in, though. No way that one's bouncing out, but 10-1 on the shots. Just 4 on target, though. That's that sign of being in the 10th tier. As dominant as we are, we don't finish terribly well. Like that, Crawford, golden opportunity, real chance to make it 3, and he misses the target. Just the consistency just isn't quite there at this level with this group. But anyway, just as we are a amateur squad and we don't pay our players, they're not locked down at all. And so other teams, huge mistake defensively, and we are not punished as they just missed the target like Crawford did not long ago. That was a great chance for them to get one back. And instead we seal this thing. Lucas White, just his 3rd goal of the season. That's a winger who's only scored 3 goals all season. And he has played in that position plenty. Parsons ends up laying that off for White. Can't get enough on it. He's in the wrong position for it and just taps it down. Really good reaction from White to finish that one because you've got no time to really see what's coming. Cullum turns his back on it. That was dangerous play, and it does turn out to be dangerous as he ends up giving it away. Crawford, good play, but we don't... What? What? Oh, wow, what a ridiculous call that one was. Holmes makes the save! Stops the penalty. Whoa. Maintains the lead. All right, well, I'm not even going to have to bother now. If it was about to be 3-1, we were going to have to go into time wasting and deal with all of that. We're not even going to bother. We got this thing wrapped up. Parsons, chance to make it 4, and does. 7th goal of the season. Almost everything coming in the matches that we see him in because it's the only matches he actually gets the start in. Assistant coach just does not like Parsons. Don't see why. Pretty decent player. 4-0. Surely seals it. All right, well, anyway. Finally, let's finish that point. I don't need to talk about this game anymore. It's sealed. It's done. So, amateur players not being paid, just as we have poached them away from others, they're not locked down in a contract. Others can come in and poach them away from us. And we are getting bids galore for our players as they are now earning some attention for, playing well. So, a lot of players with offers. We've already had 2 or 3 of those turned down by the players themselves opting to stay. They have a good manager. They have a good thing going. They're on the verge of winning a title. And a lot of them apparently want to see that out. So, so far so good on that front. But with now 2 matches to play, it's almost done, but not quite. And we could still see a challenge, and we could still see a key player or 2 suddenly step away, and those vacancies could make things a little more difficult for us down that final stretch. We remain 3 points ahead of Liscard, who have won 2-1 on the road at Launceston, so they slip a little further back now in 4th. Bodmin 6 points back of Liscard. It's still close. We're up to a +10. Oh, that's going to help. I don't think they're going to cover a +10 in these last 2 matches. That seems unlikely. All we need to do, realistically, is win 1 of these final 2 matches, and the title's ours. Premier League season nearly done. We'll do our very first and only check-in. Liverpool on the verge of winning the title. They've got a game in hand on... Actually, they just won it. They just won the title. Man City only have 1 left. Right? 36? Is that right? No, 38. They're not done yet. 38 to play. They've still got a little time, but they're running out of time. 3 matches to play for Man City, so 9 points max, and they're 4 adrift. Liverpool have game in hand. Chelsea, Tottenham, City, United down in 5th. Only 1 goal behind Tottenham. And a tight contest between Chelsea and Arsenal in 6th. Wolves in 7th. Good performance for them. And at the bottom of the league, West Brom, Newcastle, and Sheffield United. Brighton, 7 points above the drop, just about safe. Atletico Madrid crushing it in La Liga. Plus 10 points over Barcelona. Real Madrid, 15 down in 3rd. Bayern, 18 points ahead in Bundesliga. We now enter our final match of the season. Last time out, it was the 3rd match before the end of the season, so we've had one since then. We were in our final road match. We were against a low-table team, and we won comfortably. We duly took care of business like we should. Lisgard, the competitor who was 3 points adrift, they were at home against a team right at the bottom of the table in what should have been a comfortable win for them because it was at home. They ended up succumbing to the pressure, and the game petered out into a goalless draw. They could not take care of business. They could not beat the opponent. Coppin, that was beautiful off the inside of the post, and keeper, nothing he could do. Keeper made a really nice attempt on that one, but just could not reach it. That was just out of his reach. And then, of course, in that perfect placement where it hits the post but goes in anyway. Offside for Parsons, but he gets back onside here. White had to hang on to it a bit longer as a result. Keeps possession, though. Ward's ball finds its target, but we lay it off. And not able to find a way through at the moment. White finally does, and then goes near post. Keeper makes another nice move, this time getting the stop. That one's cleared out. Here's Reed. He's going to get another chance at this. Finds Crawford. I was going to go for Reed on the overlap, but he doesn't. Here's a chance, though. Out the other side. Coppin! Nice jump volley on that one, but somebody blocked it. Maybe the keeper. And it stays 1-0. Anyway, this card failed to take care of business. They got a draw. We now lead by 5 points, and this is the final match. Do the math. Yep, we won the league. We are moving on to the 9th tier for next season. Also, in the aftermath of that, the board already came to us and said, hey, guess what? We'd love to go semi-pro. What do you think? Well, duh, that's what I was planning on anyway. So we are going to have semi-pro status in July. It's May now, so a couple months from now, we will obtain that semi-pro status and start paying players, which will bring in better ones. That was saved off the line by the defender, headed away. That was a sure goal. It was clearly heading in. It beat the keeper. Keeper was nowhere near it, but here's another chance. Coppin, it's blocked. Defender from behind is able to get a foot in front of that one and block it. We set this up. Parsons, White blasts it over White. Clearly not much of a goal scorer. Will need to be replaced as we go into next season. Some of these guys are going to start expecting to be paid. Now, we're not going to pay them much, but they're going to expect to be paid. And some of them will earn that. Coppin creates a nice chance there, but again, defense gets a leg out, gets it blocked. 11-3. They're defending him well. Hancock picks up a yellow just before halftime here, but we are all over these guys. Should be more than 1-0. Fourth 11, not putting up much challenge there, about 12th, maybe 13th in the league. Second half. Final match of the season, final half of the season, and the league title is already wrapped up. A little early than I expected. A little premature celebration on the road ended up being necessary before getting to celebrate at home. But the fans and the team will celebrate that honor today as they wrap this one up. 54 minutes. Reed, real chance here. Oh, nice shot. A lot of power, a lot of bend. Over the wall. And that keeper, that's a pretty good keeper. He's made some nice stops today. Here's Reed. White finds Cazzetti. Oh, another decent stop. That was fairly routine. That wasn't that difficult of a shot. Didn't have a ton of power. It was just under the crossbar, so it wasn't the easiest save, but keeper didn't have to move too much for that one. Here's Boyo on the counter, on the yellow. We miss him twice, but we do recover, and then they give it away. Here's Parsons, beats his defender. Can't quite beat the keeper. Another really nice stop. That was behind him by the time the keeper got a hand to that one. And that was definitely headed in. Here's Coppin after the corner is cleared. Zenny, Davis, back out to Reed. Reed. Nope. Reset. Try again. Still in possession. Here's Ward. Davis. All the way back to the defense now. End of highlight. That was defended fairly well. There's Coppin. Callum. White. Again, save. Shot should have been better. Plenty of space there. Easy finish would have done it, but he puts it right down the middle. And then White just dribbles that out of bounds. Yep. I think White is just about the first player that I would like to replace. Davis, Ward, Reed, Collum, Kazeni, I think, are the main players I'd like to hang on to. Coppin. Definitely Coppin. Oh, keeper gets a piece of that one, but he cannot keep it out. Cannot. Parsons. This was, again, like that previous one where it's already past him, and he makes that dive, and he gets that push, he gets to that ball. And just gets a fingertip to it. Can't knock it away. Goes just inside the post, and it's 2-0, and that probably seals this match. Really good finish to the season. We had one loss in the last, 13, 14. So about 13 wins out of 14 played. That's a good run that we went on. And yeah, we got a good group of amateur players here, but we're going to head into those semi-pro ranks. It's going to get harder next season. That one gets cleared out. Defenders everywhere. And that does it for the season. Come away with the win. Take a very quick look at the stats. It really doesn't matter. It's a bunch of amateurs. More interested in what's going on down the road than what we have here. I'm not going to get too attached to any of these guys. Like I said, there's a handful of players that are worthy of hanging on to. There's a lot of guys that will not be offered contracts, and we'll leave them on as amateurs. If they get upset, then we will just let them go because we are moving on up. Final tally is 79 points in the league. 8-point victory. It looks like Liscard screwed up on the final day as well. They did. Falmouth, who we just beat in that last match, ends up beating them 4-2. So 8-point victory in the end. That very suddenly became comfortable just in the last two matches. Bodmin end up still third place. They could not crack the top two. Liscard will go to the promotion playoffs, and they could end up going up with us. Mousehole, 10-match unbeaten run. They were down in, I think, 11th or 12th. They ended up finishing 5th. All right, quick look at some stats. Davis, Coppin, Kazzetti with the best points per match played. Ratios, goals, Kazzetti with 26, Coppin with 24. Parsons, not that many starts, just 15 of them, but he does get 9 goals. Not quite the scoring rate that Kazzetti and Coppin had, though. So for a striker, yeah, not great. He's not a long-term answer, I think, for this team. If anything, he's a backup next season. Liam Head actually ended up with 4 goals in just 3 starts off the bench, so he might have done even more. Luke Swite, 24 starts, but just 3 goals. Did get 7 assists, which was second on the team. Stephen Reed with 13. That's what I'm talking about. The left back who I've been training as a right back, which, by the way, I had him set to train as a right back. It didn't stick for whatever reason, and he was still training as a left back all this time, so his experience playing right back for 6, 7, 8, 10 matches slowly was developing, but he wasn't training there, and so he really wasn't developing well. I finally caught on to that it didn't stick, even though I forcibly made that happen. Now he's competent and starting to play even better at that position. Average rating, Kazeni on top, Parsons. Let's see, he is doing well. Stairs only had 1 match. Coppin, Head, Crawford, pretty good, especially considering where we were at. XG, Kazeni and Coppin leading the way. Chances per 90 created. Not great, actually. Really, not that good. but also a definite sign of the level we play at. And as good as a Stephen Reed is, Stephen Reed's not good. 11 tackling, 11 crossing. That's where he got most of his assists. Not sure how that didn't count that well on chances created. 5 pace, acceleration, stamina. Horrendous. But he's just got enough quality elsewhere. The 35-year-old does. Jeez, I'm just about to hit 40. I'm faster than that, Mr. Reed. I am losing. I'm losing some of my pace, though. I really am. It's getting frustrating because I used to be so quick. Not long distance, but short distance sprinting. Let's see, Davis, clear standout in terms of quality. Reed, Ward, Crawford, key players to hang on to. Coppin, Kazeni as well. Column maybe as far as about Parsons and Holmes. I think from about Siri down, we're going to be looking to replace those guys. These last few here may retain something on the bench, but we're going to be looking for a major overhaul of the squad, especially this lower end. These guys are going to be long gone. Dan Harrison as one example who did get really the only one down there in Hancock who got lots of playing time. Those guys probably not going to be featuring in the team next season. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time as we kick off our second season and right up on into the 9th tier as a semi-pro squad. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.